Hi there Leos, welcome back to my channel The Angel Witch Tarot. If you're new to my channel, hi! So, this reading is for the week of 27th April to the 3rd of May 2026. Let's start off with the intuitive oracle cards and see what the spirits want you to know regarding your intuition this week. Follow the light. Intuition will lead you towards the light. Trust its direction. Clarity in chaos. In chaos, your intuition brings clarity. Trust it. Alright, so let's move on to the tarot and see how your week progresses. So we've got the Queen of Cups in reverse first. So the Queen of Cups in reverse is all about your inner feelings, your self-care, self-love, codependency and insecurities. And since the Cups is a water sign, it's always mostly about your intuition, your emotions, your healing, subconsciousness and the fact that you are heavy with feelings. Alright, and then we have the Temperance card in reverse. So the Temperance card in reverse is all about imbalance, excess, extremes, overindulgence, alcoholism or addictions, but you're on the path to self-healing and realignment. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles upright. So the Ten of Pentacles upright is all about wealth, financial security, family, long-term success and contribution. The 10 here could also be indicating completion or an end of a cycle, mostly an end of a negative cycle, and since it's come out upright, which is a really good sign, here it also means ultimate completion, final manifestation, result of true will, recognition, continuation, realization and endings. Alright, and since the Pentacles is an earth sign, it's mostly about growth, stability, finance and the physical world. Then we have the Empress. Kind of mixed up the Temperance and the Empress. Alright, so we've got the Empress in reverse. So the Empress in reverse is all about creative blocks, selfishness, impatience, dependent on others, inaction, indecision, lack of concentration, overwhelmed, being overwhelmed, feeling anxiety, anxious and infidelity. Alright, and then we have the Hermit in reverse, which usually means our isolation, loneliness, withdrawal, resignation, distance and the fact that you might have lost your way at some point. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is all about financial independence, self-care, work-home conflict, being self-centered, feeling jealous about something and smothering someone or something. Alright, so here the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen usually signifies the water sign while the Pentacles is an earth sign. So mixing water and earth signs, it's usually about your intuition leading to growth, your emotions being stable, your healing is on its way and your financial, especially in terms of finance, your healing, right? and the fact that this is about the physical world and your subconsciousness. So but it's come out in reverse. So there's financial independence, there's self-care, but there's work home conflicts. Do not be self-centered or jealous about things. Try to communicate it through words. Communicate your feelings, whatever you're feeling, let it be heard, so that there are no misconceptions, misunderstandings that are being formed in between whoever it is. Alright, even if it's yourself, it's better to talk it out. Just let your feelings out instead of holding it in, so that it doesn't lead to something big. And then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, which is all about being restless, unfocused, burnt out, impulsive, no sense of direction, being unpredictable, and disregard for consequence. Then we have the Magician upright. You're using all the resources available to you, right? So it's the beginning of the projects and creative endeavors. It also talks about actions, creations, manifestations, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, and creativity. Alright? And then in the end we have the King of Swords, which is all about using your head over your heart. You're disciplined, you're truthful, you're honest, you have mental clarity, and you have the authority. Okay, so let's move on to the Romance and Love Oracle cards. Wedding. Taking your relationship to the next level. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that there's going to be a wedding, but it's talking about you taking your relationship to the next level, right? True love. A deep and enduring connection going beyond superficial attraction. So let's move on to the Shadow Love Oracle cards. The Shadow Love Oracle cards, I guess the people who already know what these are about have already thought of someone. So just think of someone. It could be anybody. Just think of someone, even yourself, and we'll figure out what's in the shadows of this person's heart. Okay, so first we've got drowning, which is saying that this person is going under and barely keeping things afloat. It's time for them to ask for help. And then there's the exit plan. Someone wants out, but they aren't making a move yet. Be prepared for sudden changes. So let's move on to the Spirit Animal Oracle cards, the Beast Soul Oracle cards, and see what the Spirit Animals have for you guys this week. The Gentle Whale. All about introspection, depth, and transcendence. It says that you need to calm down and awaken the cosmic consciousness within you. Then we have the Patient Turtle. All about endurance, commitment, and serenity. It says to strengthen your connection to the earth. Next we have affirmations from the Wealth Manifestation card deck. Let's see which affirmation you get for the week. Today the universe will show me how good it can get. Alright? Say this out loud as many times as you can throughout the week, so that this affirmation becomes a manifestation and actually manifests into your life. Okay? So let's move on to the Astro Dice for the overall energy of the week. We've got the moon in Scorpio in the 4th house. So the moon is all about unconsciousness, your personal needs, emotions, receptiveness, reflection, instincts, moods, habits, the inner child, the inner mother, security, feminine figures, nurturing figures, nourishing figures, an interest in cooking or baking, having that intuition. It also talks about home and privacy. And then we have Scorpio, which is all about that passionate and driven and secretive energy that's wise, determined, powerful, transformative, controlling, bold, intense, paranoid, jealous, clingy, destructive, sexy, vindictive, keen, intimidating, truthful. It talks about your hidden emotions or the people around you who have emotions that are hidden deep within them. It also talks about endings, beginnings, restructuring, and separation. And then we have the 4th house, which is all about parents or guardians. It talks about the foundations, the roots, the family, the domestic matters, the real estate matters, the inheritance, the emotions, the mothers, the children, the women, and that feminine energy, the femininity. Alright, so this is the reading for Leos for the week of 27th April to the 3rd of May 2026. I'll see you in the next one.